Hello everyone's. I am here for Game of Thrones Season 8, Episode 4. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're returning, you're a family member, you're one of my peoples, welcome back. Now, before we get into this episode, I just wanted to discuss some things that happened last episode. Mainly, where did the Night King and his crew get their outfits from? Because the rest of the whites, they are just, risen from the dead and they're wearing whatever clothes they died in. The Night King and the dudes with the flowy hair, what was little left of it, I say that his crew, they had on some armor and stuff. Like, where does Jon Snow and everybody else get their outfits from? Who's the tailor out here making all these fur capes, making leather outfits? I just want to know who's doing all these things. So, let's get on to the episode. So, they have a funeral for all the people who they lost. All the Unsullied, the Dothraki, the Wildlings, the men of the North. All the people who have lost their life. And I was like, yes, that was sad. And right before they, burn the bodies, Sansa put the little Stark pin on Theon to let him know you were Stark. You may have veered off and became Greek after you betrayed the Stark family, but you came back, you redeemed yourself, you fought off all those White Walkers and protected Bran to the end. And then them getting killed by the White Walker. But, you were Stark now. So she pinned that on them and, they burned all the bodies. I was like, okay, we good about that. But I was kind of nervous. So I was like, we seen the Night King like that. But I was like, was it that easy? I was getting kind of paranoid. Everybody at one point, they was sitting around having a good time. They drinking, they eating, they being merry. And Gendry, all he trying to do was look for Arya, and he's talking to the Hound, and the Hound's like, man, them bodies are still out there burning. What you thinking about that for? But Gendry loves him some Arya. And I'm trying to wrap my mind around it because I'm still, thinking of Arya from season 1. But Arya, she grown woman now. But, he finna go get up to look for Arya. And Daenerys is like, come here. You Robert Baratheon's son, aren't you? He's like, well, I guess technically, he's my daddy, but I didn't know that until he was long and dead. So yeah, technically I am Robert Baratheon's son. So she done made him the Lord of the Dead. Was it the Lord of Storm's End? So now Gendry is he a lord now, which Gendry don't even really know how to use a fork and a knife for real. Now you done made him the Lord of Storm's End, but this is all strategy for her. He gonna be grateful that I gave him this title and this place to stay and all that other stuff. So when the time need be, I can have him on my side. Now I was kind of thinking that she doing that as a way of okay. If something happens and they found out that Jon Snow was really a Targaryen, that Gendry will remember that, I'm the one that made you a lord. You remember that. That's how my mind was going, because to me, Daenerys was not really clearly thinking all the way this episode, and it was getting on my nerves. We trying to tell you some good knowledge, and you just not listening. So Daenerys, she got to feeling some type of way because Tormund, he a little bit of drunk, or a lot of bit of drunk, and he's saying how Jon Snow was the greatest thing since sliced bread, and he befriended the enemies and was fighting along with the enemies. He was flying on the dragon. He was the man out here, and she's looking like the way the people was cheering for Jon is I've seen that. But I haven't seen that here. But you not from the North. Jon grew up in the North. I believe that's where he grew up. But yeah, he grew up in Winterfell, so that's technically the North. And she was getting a little bit of jealous. Oh, so y'all love Jon like that. The crazy was starting to go off in her head. And then she seen Tyrion and Jaime over there laughing and joking. Oh, what y'all laughing and joking for? But I'm they brothers, were we not supposed to laugh and joke? In her mind, they plotting against her. That's what it seemed like this whole episode. Daenerys was just thinking that people were plotting against her, and she needed to stick to what she says goes and not listen to anybody else. But but Poe Torment got his Poe little heartbroken because he been trying to get with Brienne since the first time he saw her. But Jamie rolled his way up from King's Landing and stole his woman. He's like, I love that woman. My heart is broken in the house. Like, bro, get up off me. Ain't nobody got time to be listening to you. Some little girl, I don't say little girl, some girl come on like, I ain't scared of you. You wanna come over here? And Torment was like, well, yeah. I'm like, what you just over here talking about Brienne and Down going to broken your heart and you finna run over here to this girl over here, Torment? I still want them to be together. I wanted Brienne and Torment to be together and make some giant babies like he wanted to. So Gendry finally finds Arya and he's like, look here, I'm the Lord of Storm's End and I love you. He got down on bended knee and everything. And he was like, I want you to be the lady at Storm's End. And she was like, you gonna make a good Lord and you gonna make a good husband, but I am not now, nor will I ever be a lady. But I was like, Gendry, she been saying this since she was little. I am not a lady. That's not what my path is. Sansa, that is her all day, every day. Me, I'm a fighter. I'm a warrior. That's what I do. I ain't got time for that being a lady, sitting there quilting and things of that nature. No, I'm out here fighting. I done killed the Night King. My next stop is killing Cersei. Being a lady, that is not in my option. I was like, okay. So the next time we see her, she heading off to King's Landing. The Hound heading off to King's Landing too. So I was like, I guess, Cersei's on her list. And Arya, she got them faces. So she could roll up on Cersei at any time and just kill her. Which, Cersei should have been gone. So Jon doesn't want the throne. Tells Dany, I do not want the throne. That is not in you, my queen. I don't want the throne. I didn't want to be king of the north. They thrust that upon me. But she was like, once people find out that you're a king, there is no way that I'm going to be able to take the throne. So look at here. Just don't tell nobody. Don't tell not a soul. Swear your brother and your best friend to secrecy and just do it like that. But he's like, I want to tell my sisters, I want to tell them, what's going on. But she already Sansa don't really like her. For real. And she hates Cersei, so that's a good thing. Like, I don't like you. And if Jon could take the throne, that'll get Cersei kicked out. But he was like, I want to be with you. We can be together. And she's like, the only way we can be together is if you do what I say and not tell anybody. But Jon, he is just like that. He's an honorable man. Like, I don't want to keep this from my family. But she's on this whole, just don't tell nobody. And, just swear Bran and Sam to secrecy. And then won't nobody ever know. And everything will be fine. But he's not trying to lie to them. So, Sansa tells Daenerys that the soldiers, they need to rest. That was the fight of their lives. They are sore. They need to eat. They need to rest for a little bit. Let them recuperate for a while before you send them over to King's Landing. She trying to talk to Daenerys, but Daenerys ain't trying to hear this. Her whole goal is, I need to get to the Iron Throne, and I need to get to the Iron Throne now. But everybody's trying to tell her, this, that, and the third, but she's not really trying to listen. Like, these men was out here fighting for real. You did your little bit of fighting, but these men were fighting for their lives and your life. And you want to send them right out there down? So once Sansa, Arya, and Bran got down alone, they was like, look here, we don't trust Daenerys. I mean, she helped us out and that's cool and all, but she gonna get us all killed. Those men do not need to be running out there fighting this fast. It's just not, no way. But he was like, Arya's telling him, this is our home. You my brother. You not my half brother. You not my bastard brother. You Ned Stark's son. You my brother. And he gave this look like, Bran, you want to tell them? So I guess Bran told them that he is Aegon Targaryen. Was it 6th or 7th of his name? Protector of the realm. So I was like, once, they know, then it's going to be, not too long when everybody else knows. So, Tormund says he's going home. He's taking his people home. Like, this area is not for us. This ain't home. I'ma miss you, Crow, but me and my people, we leaving. We did what we came to do. We fought, the Night King and all his crew, and we going home. And John was like, I understand, but can you take Ghost with you? And Poe Ghost was looking all sad, but like I was happy Ghost was alive, because when Ghost ran off with Dolph Racker, we didn't see Ghost no more. So I was like, where Ghost go? But Ghost, he's alive, and he going back there with Torment, but he's looking like, no, John. He didn't had Ghost since Ghost was like a little baby puppy. And like Ghost out of all the Direwolves, him and Chimera, she may be out there somewhere, but like Ghost was like the last of them. Ghost didn't want to go nowhere. Sam and Gilly look like they about to leave and go somewhere, probably go back to his family home, since he's like the lord of the house now. They having him a baby now. I was like, yes, come on, Sam and Gilly. I was just happy for them. They have a baby coming on. He's like, it wasn't much to do in the Citadel. It's only so many books you can read. So one thing led to another, and I'm gonna be a daddy again. I was like, I'm happy for Sam and them. Yeah. So let's get over here to King's Landing, y'all. Daenerys, not listening, didn't got one of the dragons killed. Now, when y'all was out there fighting with the people in the field, they had a boomerang, not a boomerang, what's it called? A bow and arrow specifically for dragons. So you thought you was just gonna roll up on King's Landing and they wasn't gonna have no dragon bow and arrow? Poe Rhaegar, who just like Rhaegar, I believe that was him that got hurt, just was recuperating, and he done got shot 3 times. Now he dead. So now we just got Drogon left. Like, boats got doggone destroyed. People had to jump ship. Somehow Cersei was able to like capture Missandei. Well, I'm like, how she have time to do that? Like, once the boats was messed up, everybody was jumping sick when she her crew came over there, and I was like, once I saw that, I was like, Missandei, she dead. But I'm glad that Jon wasn't on Rhaegar, because Jon would have been dead. See, Daenerys, I blame you for all of this, because had you set yourself in Winterfell and let the people recuperate, none of this would have happened. Hey, pull a page out of the Night King's book. Come at nighttime. They ain't like they got lights that could be flashing everywhere. You could have came through, like blew up like fire, like Jakar's a few things and caught some stuff on fire and came through. But no, you want to be so big and bad, and now you done lost your second child. And now Missandei done got kidnapped by Cersei. Getting on my nerve. Poe Grey Worm, he was all nervous and worried. And, he had already told Missandei that, once all this is over, we gonna go live happily ever after. We ain't got time to be fooling these people no more. We didn't seen enough. And now Grey Worm can't do that. Like, the look on Grey Worm's face when he couldn't find her with child. Now back at Winterfell, Jaime done broke poor Brienne. Sorry, she done finally doggone and lost her virginity to Jaime. And he leaving like a thief in the night. And she was like, don't do that. Your sister is an evil person. You are a good man. He's like, look here. I done pushed a boy out of a window and crippled him for Cersei. I choked my cousin out for Cersei. I would have killed every man, woman, and child for Cersei. I ain't no good man. And she's sitting there all heartbroken. That's like, see, you should have stayed with Torment. That's what you should have done. So I don't know what Jaime gonna do, but he done broke poor Brienne's heart. Now lastly, y'all, poor Missandei, she's sitting up her on top of the thing, and Cersei, Missandei sitting up there, and Cersei's like, what are your last words gonna be? She's like, I think you said Jacaris. And didn't know that doggone Mount came up and like beheaded her, and Grey Worm had to watch that. And y'all, at this moment, Cersei had this evil look on her face. And when I'm telling you, I wish like a vampire could have came in and rolled up and snatched her like real quick, and like just the most imaginable torture that is known to man, to where she's still alive, would have happened to Cersei. I would have been happy about that. Now I know we don't have vampires over here, but we got dragons and all this other stuff. I would have loved is like somehow out of nowhere out of nowhere, a vampire would have just like formed into creation, swooped up and got Cersei, did all kind of horrendous torture on her to where she's still alive and feeling it all. Because Grey Worm was looking like, I'm going to kill this heifer. I'm going to kill her good old fashioned. So y'all, that was the gist. I'm still blaming Daenerys, because if she had stayed her tail at Winterfell, Rhaegar would still be alive, Missandei would still be alive, and they would still have their boats. So that was the gist. If I left anything out, by all means leave a comment below. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're returning, you're a family member, you're one of my peoples, welcome back. Tell your people to come over and be one of my peoples. This is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.